Hey friends, and I'm Zafir, and today in this video we will learn how to substitute negative integers. So let's get to it. So what we need to, the first thing we need to know is it says in the word substituting. So the first thing we do is substitute the variables. And the second thing we do is, because we are dealing also with negative integers here friends, we need to remember our keynotes or signs. A negative, positive, positive, and a negative equals to a negative. And then third step, we solve. And yup, it's that easy. So let's try it with a few equations, shall we friends? So if we have a equals to 3 and b equals to 5, and so our equation 2 plus 4a, and so we are doing here, what we do, the first step here is to substitute. B is negative 5, so the first step here we do is substitute. And a little tip to remember friends is that when we have a variable, so like a letter next to a number without any signs, we will have to take in mind that they're trying to say it's multiplication. So whatever a is, they're trying to say here in this equation that it is 4 times a. And so if we substitute, a equals to negative 5, and from our little notes, remember that it was times, so 4 times negative 5. So our equation now is 2 plus 4 times negative 5. The second step we do here is, because we are having, so the second step, we look into it, we look into our variables, our signs. We see that here there is a positive, we like multiplying. Yep, we are multiplying, so we have positive 4, so positive 4 times negative 5. So what we're doing, a positive and a negative equals to a negative. So we write that down, and 4 times 5 equals to 20. And then friends, what we do is drop down the 2. So 2 negative 20 equals to negative 18. And so let's try it with a few more. So the same thing, same variables, but a different question. So 7 negative 4b. So first step friends, of course, we substitute. B equals to negative 5, and so again we remember 4 times negative 5. So that is our equation now. So we are multiplying, and we have a negative 4 times negative 5. And the second step we check, a negative and a negative equals to a positive. So positive, and we have 4 times 5, 20, and we drop down the 7, so 7 plus 20 equals to 27. See friends, it's very easy. So another one, b divide 5 subtract a. So first step, substitute. B equals to negative 5, a equals to 3, and so our equation now is negative 5 divide 5 negative 3. And so the next thing, we're dividing 5, so positive and a negative equals to a negative, and 5 divide 5 equals to 1. so -1, and we drop down the -3. So -1 minus 3 equals to -4. So now let's try it with another one. So same thing again. Okay, a equals to 3, b equals to -5. So our equation is 3a plus 5b. And so we substitute. We remember from our notes that when there is a variable next to a number, it's without a sign, it's multiplication automatically. So it's 3 times what's a? It's 3. So 3 times 3 plus we have 5 times b. So we replace it, b equals to -5. And so that is our equation. 3 times 3 plus 5 times -5. We do our equation. So we're on to the second step. 3 times 3, 9 plus 5 times -5. And so here's our second step, what we need to check. So we have a +5, and here we have a -5. So we check a positive and a negative equals to a negative. So friends, we add the negative and then we simply multiply. So 5 times 5 equals to 25. And then we drop down the 9. 9 negative 25 equals to -14. So friends, let's recap what we have learned today. Today we have learned how to substitute negative integers. And so, from our keynotes, we have learned that first we need to, of course, substitute. And secondly, as we move along, since we're dealing with negative integers, we need to check our table as we are solving. And so, as we see in our previous equation, we see that first we substituted, so a and b was replaced, and then while we were solving, so like these come in and go in hand, we see that there were like two signs, so we use our step 2 to help us solve the problem. And so that's it for today, friends, and bye, and I'll see you next time.